Hey guys, it's Miss Sandifer, and I wanted to talk to you guys about force. Now, force is something that um, we've probably all experienced, but we might not have known the name for it. So, I'm going to do a little introduction of what you're going to be learning about for the next few weeks, and then you'll be able to get started on your lessons. So forces are all around us, and we're going to watch this short video about um, where we can find forces.
Swing set, slides. Everyone has a favorite at the playground. But did you know that when you're soaring on the swings or sliding down the slide, you're taking part in some seriously cool science? It's true. Playgrounds are awesome places to learn about forces. Forces are the pushes and pulls that happen to objects, including us, every minute of every day. Forces help planes get off the ground when they take off, and they help cars stop safely at traffic lights. You probably already know the name of one really important force: gravity. That's the force that pulls us and everything else around us toward the earth. When you throw a ball in the air, gravity is the force that makes it fall back to the ground. Now, gravity and other forces all work by certain rules all the time. And a great scientist, Isaac Newton, spent a lot of time studying forces and how they work. And he discovered some of the most important rules about what happens to things when forces act on them. One rule is that something that's sitting still will stay still unless a force makes it move. And something that's moving will keep on moving unless a force makes it stop. So basically, forces are always making things move or keeping them from moving. Want to see for yourself? Check out the swings. A swing at a playground isn't going to move unless you or something else puts a force on it. When a friend pushes you on a swing, he's putting a force on you, which makes you and the swing move. Or maybe you're swinging by yourself. When you pump your legs, that movement puts a force on the swing too. But unless you or your friend or something else puts a force on the swing, it's just going to sit there. That's part of what Newton figured out. Now, remember the second part of Newton's rule? It says that when something is moving, it'll keep moving unless something makes it stop. So does that mean that once you get going on the swing, you'll keep swinging forever? Well, I gotta say that sounds pretty awesome, but it can't happen. Because when you're on the swings, there are forces around you that will make you stop moving. One of the main forces is friction. Friction is the force that happens when two things rub against each other. And I bet you've seen how it works before. Imagine you've been swinging for a while, pumping your legs until you got good and high, and then you stop pumping. As you keep swinging back and forth, there's a lot of friction between you and the air. And there's also friction where the swing's chains meet the top of the swing set. Together, all of this friction makes you slow down. And if you wait long enough, you'll come to a complete stop. You can even create more friction. If you drag your feet on the ground, you can help yourself stop faster. Now, do you know another place on the playground where friction is at work? The slide. Gravity pulls you down the slide, but friction between you and the slide slows you down. So it lets you go at a fun, but not scary speed. But have you ever been on a water slide? The reason you go down so much faster on a water slide is because water reduces or takes away some of the friction between you and the slide. Good thing there's a nice big pool of water for you to land in at the bottom. So now you know how forces work at the playground and everywhere else. Now go outside and get your body in motion and see what forces you discover. Thanks for joining me on SciShow Kids. If there's something that you would like to learn more about, let us know by leaving a comment or emailing us at
Okay, so that was a little introduction about forces. Now I have a few questions for you. What did the video say a force was? What is gravity? And what is a force that can make you stop? And can you think of a time when you have applied force to an object? So a force, according to the video, the definition is a push or pull on an object. We've probably all thrown a ball. We might have pulled a chair out toward us to sit down. So we've all experienced a force before. We might not have just known the name of it. And the next question is, what is gravity? Gravity is a force that pulls us toward the earth, so we aren't floating around in space. If it weren't for gravity, we wouldn't be able to slide down a slide and land on the ground. So that's awesome. A force that makes you stop is friction. I always think of friction like whenever I think of sandpaper, because sandpaper like sands it down and it's really bumpy, but not all friction is bumpy like that. Out of forces, this is just a quick little intro. One of your Mystery Science videos is really going to go along with balanced and unbalanced forces, but I wanted to show you guys there are two kinds of forces, balanced forces and unbalanced forces. And these two pictures kind of demonstrate that. One is with a teeter-totter and it's balanced. The two people weigh the same. They're standing on it the same, in the same place on either side. It's balanced. But on the opposite side of that, on the other teeter-totter, one person is bigger, so they weigh it down more and it goes to that side. So balanced forces, so these forces do not change in motion. The object will stay still. If you set a water bottle down on a table, it's going to stay there until you pick it up. Unbalanced forces are forces that cause objects to move and change in motion. So if you're walking and you trip over a toy on the ground, that you're going to become unbalanced for a minute. Now I want us to do this balanced and unbalanced forces sort. We're going to look at different pictures and try to tell if that object is balanced or unbalanced. Okay, so we have a picture. Let's start with this one because we kind of just saw that. So one person is making it lean more one way than the other. So do you guys think that that would be balanced or unbalanced? If you said unbalanced, I like it. Now, let's think about this girl standing on a wall or leaning against a wall. It looks like it's pushing it equally on either side. So would that be balanced or unbalanced? Let's see. Now, let's look at this airplane. This airplane kind of looks like it's maybe lifting off a little bit more than it's not exactly balanced. So let's try it over there. This person is just sitting in a chair, so there's not much happening there. This plane, however, though, looks like it's pretty even. And then this one, what do you guys think this one might be? It might not be getting as much thrust put on it by that finger. And this one's kind of hard to see, isn't it? We'll try it there. Okay, the moment of truth. Okay. I hope that by looking at that sort and seeing those pictures that you might be getting a little glimpse of what balanced and unbalanced forces are. But like I said, in one of our Mystery Science lessons coming up, you guys will be looking more closely into that, so you'll get a better understanding of that. But I do have one challenge for you before we go. I want you to look for balanced and unbalanced forces around you and see if you can find any